Welcome to 24-Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now that the regular season has officially ended, we're going to be talking everything off-season. Drafts, free agency, coaching changes, all of it. But for today, I want to take it a step back, and I want to look at a couple of storylines that were supposed to shake up the NFL and just didn't pan out. We thought Russ was going to cook. He burned down the kitchen. I didn't think the Philadelphia Eagles were going to be this good. Let's look at some of that. And today, I want to regrade the top 5 2022 NFL offseason teams. Coming in at number 5, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people were scared of this move, but everybody didn't think that Jalen Hurts was going to take that next step. We said, okay, yeah, I see the team. I see the offensive line. I see the defensive line. But the guy under center, under the gun, Jalen Hurts, what is he going to do? Can he throw the football at a consistent level? Some of the same things we heard about Lamar Jackson and are still hearing about Lamar Jackson. That's an A++. Is there a grade above an A? Can you give a team anything above an A? Because that's what the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman deserve. A.J. Brown, Hassan Reddick, James Bradbury, to name a few. And just look at it. Everything has been flawless for this team. Offensively, dominant. Defensively, dominant. And it's all attested to these moves to Howie Roseman and how this team has been built. Nick Sirianni in his second season taking that step. What if the superpowers they put in Jalen Hurts? I mean, he's always been a dog, but to be the player that he's been this season, an MVP caliber player, nobody's seen that coming. I don't think even Eagles fans seen that coming. And now he's on the verge of getting a contract extension after an exceptional season. This offseason is the best. Going into the number 4th ranked team, the Baltimore Ravens. I know a lot of people question how. Why? Tyler Linderbaum, Kyle Hamilton. Look at these guys. These are dogs that we got out of the draft. How can we get a D grade? You didn't extend Lamar Jackson. That's the simple answer. Because you didn't extend Lamar Jackson, you went into your season, you made a playoff berth, but you failed. You failed miserably. And if it's up to me, I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm leaving. It's not looking good. As a Ravens fans, I know you have hope, but you have to seriously look at the situation. Roquan Smith, you traded for him at the trade deadline. He came in. He's bolstered up that defense. I have to give him credit. He is an exceptional player, but you paid him. You didn't pay Lamar Jackson. Let me know something about that. Is you going to win a Super Bowl with a middle linebacker? Is you going to win a Super Bowl with a middle linebacker rather than a quarterback? So I have to give you a D. All the moves that you made, Kyle Hamilton coming on at the back end of the season, Tyler Linderbaum being an exceptional cog on that offensive line, all of those moves are trumped by the fact you didn't pay Lamar Jackson. That's on you, Ravens front office. That's on you. You have to take that L. And if you don't get him this offseason, if you don't extend him, give him a contract, he leaves this team, you get an F this offseason. I don't care if you draft. I don't care who you draft. If you don't extend Lamar this offseason, you're getting another F. You're going to fail the class again. So the team that had the 3rd ranked offseason heading into 2022-2023 was the Miami Dolphins. I got to say, you had a good offseason. I give you a B+. I think that's a solid grade. How do you feel about that B+? Because Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, Melvin Ingram, another guy who you added on, some of the notable names, and I think they all contributed heavily. They played good. The thing with the Miami Dolphins was, I don't think your offseason really hindered you this season. I think Tua being hurt, and it's not his fault. A lot of people, they question him. Can he be that guy at the next level? Injuries are a part of the game of football. I think Tua healthy, you seriously contending in the AFC. You're contending against the Bills. You're probably even winning that Bills game in the wild card round. You already beat the Bills earlier in the season. So I look at that, and I think about it. I just got to give you a B+. And for this team, I think we got to give a special round of applause. Let that roll. Now announcing my free shoe giveaway where you get to pick your own. And we're announcing this giveaway at 1,000 subs to end. It's easy, and all you got to do is must be subscribed, like a video, comment free entry, and below that, put your Instagram and Facebook name and you win. First entry is free. Other entries after that are $1. Let's get to it. Let's enter. The second team that had the highest ranked offseason in the past year, the Denver Broncos. I think they played it. No, I'm not even, sarcasm not even worth it. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos don't deserve a grade. Let's think about it. Randy Gregory, You got him. You said we're gonna rush Patrick Mahomes. We're gonna rush Derek Carr. We're gonna tear up this division. Everything gonna be exceptional. Defensively, I think you handled your job. Defensively, I think you over exceeded expectations. You were still ranked in the top half of the league with the offense being as bad as it was. But let's go to Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett, he's a part of this offseason too. Looking at this, looking at the totality of this offseason, I don't think it's worth a grade. I can't give you an F because you're worse than an F. I don't think there's a letter grade worse than a G. Let's give him a G. The Broncos had a G rated offseason last year. And G don't mean good. Russell Wilson, you had the worst season of your career. Nathaniel Hackett in a position you were never supposed to be in. Now you've moved on, moved back to your habitat. Offensive coordinator for the Jets. Sean Payton stepping in. It was just all bad. Offensively, it was all bad. Defensively, you got something to hang your hat on. But offensively, I don't have much to say. Russell Wilson, you had a run game. You couldn't throw the ball. You turned over the ball. You made bad decisions all season. Nathaniel Hackett couldn't manage a clock even if he was staring dead at it. Next team. The number one team who had the highest ranked offseason last year was the Los Angeles Chargers. And I'm not harping on the Chargers. I give them a solid B. A solid B. Not a B plus, not a B minus. I think their offseason accusations were good. J.C. Jackson, a lot of people, and you heard Ryan Clark speak to it, he said, oftentimes we get a guy and we ask the guy to make his money, earn his contract in the way in which he didn't earn it. We look at J.C. Jackson in New England versus J.C. Jackson in Los Angeles. That's a completely different guy. That's a completely different scheme. We ask him to do completely different things. It's tough. It's tough. And a lot of times we find guys in that situation. We say he earned this contract. He doesn't want to ball anymore. But look at how he earned the contract and look at what they're asking him to do to live up to that contract. I think that's on coaching. Khalil Mack, a solid addition, but I think they really didn't address what they needed to, and that was up front in the middle. Defensive tackle. They didn't address that last offseason, and they struggled. They couldn't stop the run. Offensively, they couldn't run the ball worth a lick. I don't know if it was a philosophy thing or was it just a team thing? Was the offensive line just not motivated to run the ball? But they got to fix that this offseason. But I give them a solid B because you added some decent players. You had a good season. You made the playoffs. I think you underperformed compared to what we expected. I expected you to have that Eagles effect. Justin Herbert to be in that Jalen Hurts role. But it didn't happen that way. And I think another season on, J.C. Jackson coming back, Khalil Mack, I want to see what you do next season. And then I'll feel more solid about this being a good offseason. But right now, I just got to give it a B.